What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Damn it, I hate doing this to y'all, but I told you so. When will you guys start listening to me? If you go check the files, look through the crates, check the archives, you'll notice my predictions, they're not always right. However, my percentage for being right is a lot higher, um, accurate. It's a lot more accurate than the ones that I've been off on. Um, I have had dry spells, however, with predictions, but tonight was not one of them. Mikey Garcia stops Juan Manuel Lopez in the fourth round. So I gave Juanma Lopez just being the bigger guy, someone who was looking to get out of the 126 division, just overall bigger fighter. Um, he's had more battles. He's had more top competition on his resume, I would say, at the pro level. So I gave him to like the seventh round, and it was actually 3 rounds before that. So Mikey Garcia stopped him in the fourth round. I mean, this is perhaps one of the easiest post fights to do. It was Mikey Garcia all the way. All 4 rounds I gave to Mikey Garcia. He actually scored a knockdown, I believe, in the second round. And there was just a combination of punches um, that you could just tell he was not going to bounce back from. In round three, Juanma Lopez, he just looked really old, real. He just got crucified, really. I mean, Juanma Lopez just looked really old. He looked sloppy. He didn't look elite at all. And I thought, again, since he has the punching power and he is a seasoned fighter, I thought it'd be more competitive. That's why I gave him to the seventh round. But it just, I mean, this dude's shot. He needs to hang him up, retire, like go to Puerto Rico or something and just lamp out and chill with some fine honeys or something. But as far as boxing, I don't want to see him go through more punishment. And this is not a diss to him. It's just the truth. I'm just being brutally honest, and that's what I do on my channel. Um, he's gave us some exciting fights. He's had some wars. It just it's a wrap. I think it's a wrap for him. I don't see what he's gonna do. Um, there's too much youth. Too much. I mean, was he gonna beat Gary Russell Jr.? Like Gary Russell Jr. would kill him. Mikey Garcia killed him. And see, the thing with Gary Russell Jr. is he's a very well-rounded fighter. The speed will kill Juan Ma Lopez, as well as the punching power. Um, and I think he would be a little bit even more ruthless. I'm not saying he would get him out of there any sooner than Mikey Garcia, but I think he would be more aggressive, knowing the pedigree of Juanma Lopez. So if Gary Russell were to fight Juanma Lopez, I think he'll destroy him. Mikey Garcia already did that. Like I said, I think Juanma needs to hang it up. Some of you guys on my prediction videos, you were disputing it, saying Juanma. Like I don't know. Like I don't base things off of heritage or age or color or anything. If I give you guys a fight prediction, I give you my honest opinion. But I could tell some of you guys are doing it based on like national heritage or something, like maybe you're Rican. But a lot of people were just saying, "Oh, Wama, he got this," and I don't know why you didn't favor Mikey Garcia just based on their styles. This matchup was all bad for Wama Lopez. Just a fighter who's been through more wars. Mikey Garcia had fresh legs, and Mikey Garcia is a technician. He's an accurate counterpuncher that doesn't really get overzealous. That's a nightmare for someone like Wama Lopez. Really, the only advantages that I seen Wama Lopez going into this fight would be being seasoned. He's a southpaw, which is harder for some righties, and the fact that he has the equalizer, which is punching power. That's it. But when you look at like skill for skill, Mikey Garcia, he had like the height advantage. I think he had the reach advantage. He had the age advantage. He's undefeated, fresher legs. He's more accurate. He's more patient. He's not really sloppy. He's a counter puncher. I mean, everything was stacked against Walmart Lopez. So I'm surprised that some people didn't foresee this. I seen this all the way. But again, it's boxing. Anything can happen in boxing, so that's why we watch it. Maybe Juanma Lopez was really going to try to take a stand and utilize his punching power or something. So, of course, I'm going to watch it. But I really thought it would end like this. Not necessarily this sooner. I thought maybe there would be elements where Juanma tested Garcia's chin. And I guess you could say he did maybe in the first round or two, briefly, but this was all Garcia all the way with the knockdowns. Walmart looked really bad in this fight. again, that's what happens when you're in there with a tactical strategist like a Mikey Garcia, and Mikey Garcia also has punching power. Some people complain about the weight. I think this would have happened regardless of Mikey Garcia made weight. I also did a video. I'm not saying I'm pro not trying to make weight. They said he was throwing up in like a lunch pail or something. So according to them, he tried to make the weight within the 2 hours he had. He tried to shed the 2 pounds, but he just couldn't do it. So he lost his title on the scale. It's kind of unfortunate for Mikey Garcia. He had 20 plus fights to get the title or get the title shot with Orlando Salido, and he had a dominant performance against JuaMa Lopez, which is a good name to put on your resume, and you can't even keep the belt, even though it's supposed to be a title defense, because you didn't get your nutrition right and your diet right. So it's kind of bittersweet. It was a dominant performance, but now Mikey Garcia is titleless. So it's pretty unfortunate. I think fighters should really, this is a job just like anything else. And if this is your job, you know what's at stake. I think more fighters should dive deeper into the nutritional strength and conditioning side, maybe, and get a nutritionist or dietitian, somebody who's really going to help them, coach them, and keep them at a level that they can moderate. After the fight, Max Kellerman was interviewing Mikey Garcia. Garcia did say that he got sick last week, and this posed a problem. So I'm not going to bash Mikey Garcia. Again, he was a very humble dude, and he had a spectacular performance. And he doesn't have a pattern with this. I just hope we don't see a pattern with other fighters or Mikey Garcia in which they continue to not make weight. Max Kellerman touched on this in his commentary. He was saying that he's seeing a trend where fighters are almost buying a weight advantage, just paying the fine and not even trying to make the weight. So I hope we don't see that in the sport of boxing. They have weight divisions and weight limits and set contracts for a reason. So be professional about it and really try to make the weight and do what you got to do. And if your body's forcing you out of that weight division, then you got to do the Brandon Rios and move up or quit fighting. But the weight classes are implemented for a reason. So all fighters need to adhere to that. Like I said, and some fighters seem like they're aware of it. Danny Garcia, I've seen some recent interviews with him. He's at 140 now, but he's a pretty big 140, and he knows he's a growing kid. He's like 25 maybe, and I seen some recent interviews, and he was basically saying that it's probably inevitable that he'll move up to welterweight 147 in the near future. He'll probably hopefully get the Lucas Matisse fight at 140, and whatever happens with that, and then eventually move to welterweight because of his body. So really listen to the body. You got to listen to your body at all times. Even if you're not a boxer, just your body tells you everything. Your body is a very complicated, it's like a computer. It's a very complex machine, if you will. And it tells you what it needs. Like if you exert yourself in the hot heat, or you try to burn the candle at both ends and you don't get sleep, then your body will shut down. It has like an automatic shutdown mechanism. It tells you what to do. If you're starving, your body also does things to counteract the fact that you're starving. It'll start storing things as fat and basically eating your stomach. So the body is a very complex device, if you will. As far as the fight, like I said, I'm talking about all kinds of other stuff because there wasn't really much to talk about in terms of the ebb and flow of the fight. It was all Mikey Garcia. I'm anxious to see what's next for Mikey Garcia. Is he going to move to 130? Was it a fluke with the weight? Was it something like, was he trying to save face and he was really sick, or was he just saying that to save face? Like, I was sick. Is that his excuse, or is that what really happened? So I'm anxious to see what he does next. If he can make 126 still, or if he's going to move up to 130. I would like to see a fight with Rocky Martinez. I think he beats Rocky Martinez as well. But again, JuaMa Lopez, I think he needs to retire. I don't really see what else he could do at this level with the current competition. Like if Nonito moves up to 126, I see Nonito beating JuaMa Lopez. I just don't really see what's out there for him. They were talking about that fight, JuaMa Lopez versus Nonito. I don't really want to see that, especially after everybody with punching power and somewhat of a skill set is really posing problems for JuaMa Lopez, and he's not getting younger. Again, he's been through wars. Just listen to my prediction. Everything I said in the prediction was pretty much what unfolded. Let me know what you guys thought of this fight. What's next for Mikey Garcia? As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.